This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
You're listening to INC Radio.
Broadcasting live from Chicago, Illinois. DZEM 954 AM station. Here to bring you great conversations about faith, people, places, culture, and recent events all around the district. Join us on YouTube at INCRadio.org. Hello, Northern Midwest and the rest of the world. It's time to get this show started.
And yes, it is time to get this show started. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who's tuned in to INC Radio Northern Midwest Satellite Studio, featuring the activities and brethren of the districts of Great Lakes and Northern Plains. I am your host for today, Brother Abriel Romero of Bloomingdale in the District of Great Lakes. Glad to have you all with us. And as always, you can share your insights and thoughts on our topic for this afternoon in our YouTube live chat. And we already see it filling up very quickly. So please let us know where you're from. And we'd love to share your thoughts live on air. And let's get our discussion started right away. We have Elsam here on our panel, I guess if we can call it a panel. Good afternoon, once again.
Yeah, thank you. And hello to everyone there in our team live chat. Also, John Will Cruz here from the local congregation of Rockford, Illinois. Hello, everyone.
So, also, by the way, before the show, and I mean, we've been kind of referencing it in the past and in previous shows too. I believe it was a month or two ago, wherein we were talking about traveling with pets, and pets in general has been, a very common interest among our brethren in our districts, and so from my personal experience and just talking with you and Tony, I was very curious on how life was with a cat, because personally I've never had a cat as a pet, just only seen them in the pet stores, but I was just really interested to at least compare and contrast our experiences with pets, because I have several fish at home, some parakeets, lovebirds, and not my dog but my sister's dog. So I'm not sure if they're compatible or not, but let's first talk about your experience with your cat. As I think everyone has seen on our thumbnail, very adorable cat, and we can see our video here right now. Well,
The video you're seeing right now, that was him when we first got him. You can see how big my hand is compared to you. He was so small. He was like, at that point, he was only 2 weeks old. So that's
2 weeks.
That's him a couple of days after he finally got used to the apartment, and he started playing with this like really crinkly like
Looks like foil, like foil ball.
It's like a foil thing that he enjoyed playing with. Yeah, that's like when his attitude like really started coming out more, because if you saw like in the first one, he was like just curled up,
scared.
scared. And it's actually like, he's actually the first I don't want to say real pet, but before before I had a cat, I did have like goldfish, pigeons, but like duck, or I know he's a cat. His name's Duck. It's actually my first real pet. That's like with quotation marks. My first real pet where like I didn't have to to get him like checked out at the vet, and like with them.
That's very cute.
That's him eating. That's the first time he and I started eating like solids. So before that, it was he was still being bottle fed because yeah, when we got him, he was 2 weeks old, so he still had to be bottle fed, and he had this habit of going under the couch. So that's him. That's him hiding under the couch.
Okay, I thought like you maybe lost a toy or something other there, but he just goes there
Yeah,
naturally. Huh?
and he likes going upside down and like running like upside down under the. I don't know why he did
Mhm.
that. Yeah, that's him. That's him playing there.
That's very cute. I was gonna say maybe in the future you're gonna have a duck named Cat, but uh,
I don't know what the possibility of that is, but it's open. It's open. But yeah, so
um,
that's the cat tree that we got. Actually, like first,
okay.
when we first got him, we were just supposed to wait for. No, we were just supposed to wait until maybe we find him a more compatible like home. But
Mm-hmm.
after the first few weeks, we got him his own cat tree. If you can see, he's like a few weeks older
Yeah.
there already. It's not as small anymore, but he's still like pretty small. Actually, even now, he's six. He's turning 6 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
He's still a pretty small cat. But that's him at like 3 or 4 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. That's in his cat tree. It has like a basket thing that
Mm-hmm.
he sleeps on. He used to sleep on. Now he can't fit there anymore. But he did that. No, he did sleep on it a lot when he was a smaller cat. Yeah, he was. I saw someone say he's so like tiny, and he was so tiny. Like you can carry him at the palm of your hands. That's how I know. That's how small he was when we first when we first got him. Oh yeah, those pictures. I miss when he was like this. I know this cute. He's still cute, but he's more mischievous.
Oh.
But
And
yeah, I think he did have that attitude when he was smaller. It just didn't. There wasn't just too big of an effect first because I know he was small. So what did you wanna find out about that?
like just seeing Duck, it looked like he was pretty like self-sufficient. He didn't need to like really bother you with like getting entertainment or anything like that. But
Yeah, like so.
how is taking care of Duck any
Yeah, so
different than a butterfly?
when we first got him, we were actually concerned about that. But the
Mm-hmm.
actually, I should probably tell the story of how we got him first.
Oh yeah.
So actually, it was I was on my way home. I was with my dad. We were on our way home. We went to somewhere like pretty far away. We're like an hour away from home,
Mm-hmm.
and someone messaged in a group chat. They showed this picture of like this very very small like kitten, and you can see like they were holding at the palm of their hands, and
Uh-huh.
I saw this like the first picture or the first video that you guys saw, like that exact face. I saw that
That's
exact
small.
face. And I was like, I immediately said yes to
Uh-huh.
I immediately said yes to keep him, and then I let my mom know, and then I let my dad know. I was like, there's a cat that they're about to bring a cat to the house.
Surprise.
And they're like, wait, what? And so that's how we were first supposed to. I know we were first supposed to just keep him until we found them, a different home. But
Mm-hmm.
like we fell in love with him like so much. We're by the second or third week that we had him, we already like booked appointments to the vet. We got him his cat
Okay.
treat that you saw in the video,
No. Okay.
and
Wait.
uh, like he has like a lot of like stuff right now. But yeah, like taking then when we did that taking him on, because that was like the first that's also our first cat, so we weren't even sure how to take care of him. But someone did tell us, like with cats, they're pretty self-sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can leave him food, especially with duck. He only eats when he's hungry, so you can
Okay.
just leave food out for him, and he'll eat it when he wants to. Same with water, and also in terms of like hygiene, they don't really need to go outside So I
Right.
know, like, it's not like dogs, like where you have to take them outside like
Hmm.
every
Oh,
day.
okay.
With cats, you can have a litter box that they,
Yeah.
they'll just use that instead of like having to, to take them outside, which I'm thankful for, because Duck is very like skittish outside. He's very scared
Oh,
when he's outside.
really?
He gets really scared, so I don't like taking him outside of the house. Although he is curious, so he will try to peek in the window. And I saw
Okay.
a question: are cats really afraid of water? It depends on the cat, but Duck definitely is, which is kind of ironic considering his name. He is afraid of the water. He does not. He does not like. He does not like being. Being in water. I've only been ever to bathe him when he was like small. He couldn't resist yet. But that's the important part. When they're like that small, you need to really keep them clean. Because when they get older, they learn to they learn how to keep themselves clean. So
Hmm.
you don't really need to give them a bath, which is actually one of the advice that I got when I first got him. It's like you only need to bathe them um, at least once or twice in a year,
Oh, okay.
because they do know how to keep themselves clean. So they're very self sufficient. You can leave them at home, although I know like it's not preferable. Like for me, like when I do leave the colon, I make sure he has his. I keep pointing there because it's like over there. He has his food bowl there. He has like his water there. And downstairs, he also has like a
Mhm.
food bowl and water. We have like three places for him to go where he has food and water.
Yeah.
He has two litter boxes that he can use. So we make sure that he has everything that he needs.
Okay.
If we ever have, every time we leave him, I know we leave him alone. And I also have a couple toys out for him to play with so that it doesn't get bored. But they did say if you're gonna get a cat, it's ideal to get two so they don't get lonely. But yeah, like for me, I have just one.
Oh, okay. So here, while you were talking, I had a couple of questions that came up in my mind.
Mm.
First of all, since you didn't tell your parents at first, how did they react after having Duck for a while? Because I know that was a similar situation with well, I've heard of other similar situations with pets, right? Because at first, sometimes parents might be scared of it at
Oh,
first, but then they
my
get
mom,
warmed up to them.
she's had, or she and her family, they've had dogs like
Oh, okay.
before, so she knows a bit how to take care of
Hmm.
pets like in general. And she like it was me and her. We fell in love with Duck like really quickly.
Yeah.
When we first got him. We carried them with them. We fed him. Like we had him in this like little blanket, and we would
Yeah.
like we have this his baby bottle that
Oh.
we would feed him, and he ate a lot when he was like at that, so he could finish 2-3 bottles
Mhm.
in one sitting. But yeah, he we fell in love with them like
Okay.
almost right away. My dad, it took a little bit of like warming up,
Ah. Okay.
but like immediately I would say. But here's the thing,
Hmm.
his favorite person, how cats can have favorite
Yeah.
person. His
Is it
favorite
you?
person is my brother.
Ah. Never.
Like
I'm thinking you, but I guess
he would
not.
climb on my brother's lap, and it's like, what about me?
Like I'm the one who brought you in.
No, but he does have like like his way of like playing with me as
Mm-hmm.
well. Because I this is the thing, I haven't been able to record it, but I taught him how to do a couple of tricks. I taught him how to do high five. I
Nice.
taught him how to do sit. um, there was also a trick, I don't know what to call it, but like I would hide a treat like on my
Mm-hmm.
hand and kind of like swap it around and like make
Oh,
him guess where it is, and he would sniff like both
oh yeah.
were guessing like which hand has the treat. So he's very food motivated. So it was pretty easy to teach
To teach
him.
you.
Sorry, I'm like reading
Okay.
the comments. And another comment is, what
Mhm.
did you learn from owning a
Yes.
cat? I mean, I did learn to what it's like to take care of to
Yeah.
take care of like in I don't want to compare myself to a parent, of course,
Mm.
but it's
I mean, how
it's
old were you when you
sparrows,
got?
it's
How old were
sparrows,
you when you got cat? Duck, not cat.
right? You're like I'm always thinking like, oh, like how to make sure that
Yeah.
he's okay. I
Uh.
get scared because cats like climb. They like climbing stuff,
Mm-hmm.
especially when he was smaller. He would climb stuff, and I'm like always so scared, like, oh, like you're gonna fall, like stop doing
Right.
that.
Wait. How old were you when you got Duck again?
Hmm?
How old were you?
He was 2 weeks old. He was
No, how old were you?
Oh, how old was I? It was 2018, so I
Okay.
was like 18, 19
Okay, so you weren't too.
old, I think. Yeah, 19. Oh no, not eight, not yeah, no, not 18. I was like 20, 21 years old.
Oh, okay. Because I was
I
gonna
was,
ask if cats were good for like younger children to take care of, or
um,
do they have to be a little bit older?
I would say like I wouldn't recommend it for like especially with like kids because
Mm,
cats are like they're very depending on the attitude of the cat they
yeah.
might not like like, they might not like getting like picked up, being like touched like on the head, on the back.
Okay.
They don't like that. But it depends on, it depends on the attitude of the cat
Mm,
that you get, because they do have like the different cats have different
personality.
personalities.
Okay.
That's the term. They have different personalities, so it depends. But most cats do not. They don't like being touched like on the top of the head or on the maybe on the back. It's okay, but especially on the tail. And I know like
Oh,
kids, they might like to, they might like to grab it because the cat's tail is usually like it's wagging or my own.
yeah.
So I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it for
Okay.
smaller kids, but definitely once like maybe if your kids are older, like yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
cats are perfectly okay pet to have.
Okay. Did you have anything else to add? Because I know you were answering the question of how cats or what did cats teach you? Did you have anything more
I
to
wanna
add?
I know I wanna read one of the comments who said
Okay.
I learned how to multitask. That's for sure, and it's definitely like especially when he was when he was smaller. But I also learned to be more responsible.
Oh yeah.
Well, like I know, like like making, especially when he was smaller, you did have like there was a set schedule with, like when to feed them. Like
Yeah.
I used to bring him everywhere with me because I didn't want to leave him, and I didn't want to leave him home alone. And had I had a bag where it's like it has his milk, his baby bottles. It has some like a couple bottles of water, so I
Right.
can prepare his milk when he needs to eat. Even now, you still have to do quite a bit of like maintenance. Like with making sure their food bowl is like it's cleaned,
Yeah.
it's filled. Same with like his water bowl, his litter box, making sure that it's clean because they might not want to use it if it's dirty. So I did learn to be a little bit more responsible. Like what it's like to take care of cats. And I would say cats are a great companion in terms of like like even as a stress relief, because there are times where I would be stressed and Duck would just do something silly that would just take my mind off like whatever I was stressed
Yeah.
about. I was like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you doing?" Because he likes getting into stuff. So sometimes he gets stuck. There was one time he got stuck in this like styrofoam that it was for an appliance that we had, and
Yeah.
he got stuck in the styrofoam and he was looking at me like, "Help!" So it's like, "What are you doing, dude?" I got him out of the thing, and he
Yeah.
does a lot of things like that. So it's a very great stress relief. Actually, sometimes you might actually get a cat that loves to cuddle, and then if you get a cat like that, that's even bigger like stress relief. I know that he's not a big fan of that, but
Oh.
he'll approach you on
Okay.
his own accord. So you just let him. You just let him. So if you're planning to get a cat, I would say one of the things that you do have to learn is how to your cats. I know how to understand your cat's like boundaries, because they do, like,
Mhm.
different cats have different sets of like boundaries, different things
Yeah.
that they're okay with, different preferences. So you do have to you do have to learn that for your cat as well.
Nice. Thank you for letting me know. And well, first of all, I saw my mom in the chat. I don't know if she's thinking about getting a cat now after this discussion to have more pets in the house. But I'll ask her after the show. But thanks for letting us know about taking care of cats, and I learned a lot today. And I think right, EJ, we have more things to learn in our show in the time we have left um, from CSD. Is that correct? I think.
Mhm. Yeah. So for our CSD, or this is your sign, they are actually gonna teach us how to sign. One of it's not a word; it's a phrase to how you can tell people what your first pet is. So let's hear and let's listen to our CSD department.
This is your sign.
Hi, it's Sister Alexis from the CSD, or the Christian Society for the Deaf, and for the sign of the week, we will be signing my first pet. So to do this sign, we will first start off with my. To sign my, what you'll do is take your dominant hand and bring it towards your chest like this. So this is my. Next, to sign first, what you'll do is take your dominant hand and have your index finger up. And with your non-dominant hand, have your thumb up. What you'll do next is bring your index finger back, touching your thumb like this. So this is first. To sign pet, pretend that you're petting your dog, your cat, or any animal. So to sign pet, what you'll do is have your non-dominant hand, have it face down like this, and have your dominant hand pet the top of your non-dominant hand twice, but do it quickly, like this. So this is pet. So to recap, we have my, first, pet. So to put it all together, we have my first pet.
This is your sign.
And so that's how you sign my first pet. And then up next is our hashtag challenge. So let's find out which locales and which individuals actually took home the prize for, or took home the the trophies for our hashtag challenge. One last
Oh, yeah, for last week.
couple honorable mentions. So thank you.
More than a couple.
Yes. Thank you for tuning in with us last week and sharing comments as well. In the third place, we have Chicago North and Mr. Franz Maker Roscoe winning the individual third place. The second place is the local congregation of Sterling Heights with Sister Aloe the individual second place.
Woohoo!
And in first place is Bloomingdale with Sister Rachel Lynn Weiser winning the first place.
We had a trend. It was my mom was in the top comments. Right, I think it was Tony's mom last week or the week before. So
Actually,
we
yes.
got a trend going. Also, maybe we'll see your mom in the top three next week. We'll see.
I
But,
saw her. I saw her in the comment section. So maybe, or not the comment section, the live chat. So maybe we'll see her. I know we'll see her next week.
we'll find out. But it's not just them three who've been in our YouTube live chat, but it has been everyone from all over the districts of Great Lakes and Northern Plains. We thank you all so much for tuning in to our broadcast of INC Radio Northern Midwest Satellite Studio. We just also want to quickly greet because I believe it is today, if I'm not mistaken. Happy local anniversary to Rockford, Elsum, where you are from, right? June 15th. And shout out also to my local congregation of Bloomingdale, who is celebrating their anniversary on the 18th. And then We also have a one that happened already. The group worship service of Columbus also celebrated their anniversary on June 1st. And last but not least, for the district itself of Great Lakes, who's celebrated their anniversary or our anniversary on June 3rd. So 33 years, if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty easy to remember because it's the same year that I was born, but sometimes I forget how old I am. But at least I remembered it this time. 33 years for the District of Great Lakes. So happy anniversary or happy birthday, anniversary, same thing. Maybe we could call it both. But thank you all also for tuning into our broadcast. We hope you enjoyed the discussion. And I've seen lots of interests in maybe owning cats as your future pets. And if you want to share this, thumbs up from Awesome. And if you want to share this discussion, this broadcast with anyone, you can certainly do so. There is that share button there on the YouTube link that you can share with your friends, with your loved ones, and maybe you can influence them to own some cats too as well. We'd like to thank everyone who's tuned in, and especially in our district of Great Lakes Northern Plains, we would like to thank in the district of Great Lakes our district minister, Brother Ermin Bendicio, our assistant district minister, Brother Art Agag, our CFO advisor, Brother Juni Alarin, and our multimedia advisor, Brother CJ Manalansan, our district minister in the district of Northern Plains, Brother Elmer Parungao, and certainly not least, we would like to thank our Subsidy President and CFO Coordinator, Brother Angelo Aranyo Manalo, and our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, for allowing us to have this platform to share the activities and our interests here in the districts of Great Lakes and Northern Plains. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to watch the next program, which is INC Radio Sacramento, I think they have their link also on YouTube, and you can watch any other program of the Iglesianicristo Church of Christ through all our social media platforms there as well. Thank you for tuning in. We can hopefully see you next week at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern every Saturday. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. And don't forget to be phenomenal. Take care, everyone. Bye.